Donna Selby and Ricardo Thornton are victims of plain and simple prejudice. In 32 of the 50 United States, 7 million people like them are routinely denied the right to live where they choose, or to marry, or to have children. Why? Because they are mentally retarded, so labeled because their IQs fall below 69. That earned for Donna and Ricardo the privilege of growing up in institutions. And when they finally left those institutions, they found that the community that had put them away as children dreaded their return as adults. And when they decided to marry each other, their caseworkers did their best to talk them out of it. Not because they're an interracial couple, but because they're a retarded couple. When we met them, the Thorntons had been married for 4 months.
I wanted to get married because I didn't want to stay by myself. I wanted to have somebody to care for me, and I wanted to care for them. Come on. Come in, Ricky.
I married her because I loved her, and I just wanted to help her along and make both of us happy.
They live in an apartment with other retarded people. Their IQs, 64 for her, 67 for him, label them mildly retarded. Ricardo and Donna hate the label. Had they lived outside Washington, that label could have prevented their marriage.
You're welcome.
You know that in 32 states in the United States, retarded people cannot marry.
I know, we know that.
I think it's something. I think it's silly. I think that it's because of the disability they look that they can't do as others.
So that looks nice.
When they were married in June of 1984, not all their advisors approved.
We come from an institution, we both, slow learners, and they think we're not going to make it out in the community.
Life outside in the community bears little resemblance to that at Forest Haven, the District of Columbia-run institution that was home to Donna and Ricardo from the age of 9. Forest Haven is now under a court order to close, an order prompted by reports of abuse. Only the most profoundly disabled are still here. Friends of Donna and Ricardo's, like Winston and Bobby, will be the last to leave. Because of their mild disability, Donna and Ricardo were among the first to leave in 1978. He was 20, she was 25. They went back to Forest Haven with us, showed us the buildings where they grew up, the dormitory rooms where they slept with up to 20 others. They shared childhood memories, some of them still painful.
And I used to see some of the kids get beat up by staff and...
Why would they beat up the kids?
What they do is take their problems from home and bring it to us.
The staff?
Yes.
And if they weren't feeling good?
They'll take it out on us.
I got right here because I took keys from my boy, Chris. Somehow he went and told the counselor, and the counselor came back and took the keys from me and said, didn't I tell you about playing, and then they just whacked me real hard where I didn't have no offense, and all I could do was see blood all over the place.
When you found out that you were going to leave Forest Haven.
Oh.
What?
We was glad.
Why? Why?
We didn't want to see this place no more. We had enough of it. I know I did. It's just like I wanted to get out and try it on my own.
Did you feel that you were prepared to leave Forest Haven and come out here into the world, so to speak?
I was kind of nervous. I don't know where to start at. That's the way I was.
How to use a bus, how to go to the markets?
I had the people to bus train us, train us what bus to catch. I always walked.
Because you were afraid to use the bus?
Well, I didn't know nothing about buses. And see, I didn't know how kind it was the people on the buses. Some people make fun at you.
And you were afraid of that?
Yeah.
Learning the bus system was critical. It was frightening at first, but with it came freedom, choices.
At Forest Haven, all your choices were made for you, in effect. Everybody was constantly telling you what to do, no?
What to do, yeah. Now
you're your own boss.
We're our own boss, and
that's just the way I like it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday from the Hamlet.
I want to be on my own, to think for myself and do for myself.
Happy birthday.
Oh, great.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Very well.
Oh, wow.
Make my one wish.
What are the drawbacks, if any, of being retarded, Ricardo?
I don't really look at it as that. I just look at it as a
fact?
A fact. That's what I think.
I don't like to use the word retarded. Why don't I?
I don't either.
Well, let's say...
What's a better word?
Disability. Person with a disability.
Yeah.
Who runs the family, Ricardo?
Who runs the family?
Come on, who runs the family?
Well, I have to say Donna.
Donna does?
But she runs, you know, the house and money and all that stuff. Because I get carried away. I love to spend money.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm more like, you know, keep them where, you know, the budget supposed to be. I know how much amount to take out for the week and how much to put back when I need it.
So you're a good manager?
Yes.
And he was a lousy manager?
Oh.
Well,
huh? I mean, truth to tell.
Well, a little, because when I first met him, he didn't have but a little bit of money in there.
Donna.
Hello, Ricky. How you doing?
What's up? What we having for dinner?
No fights?
We don't fight, but we fuss over things.
What do you fuss over?
We fuss over
Little things.
little things.
Like?
Like who's cooking, who's gonna clean.
Who does the cooking and the cleaning, really?
Well, more likely I do. No. Get out the kitchen.
Half their rent is paid by the city of Washington. But not only do Donna and Ricardo work part-time at a minimum wage and earn around $9,000 a year between them, they also get help with things like groceries. As wards of the government, they're assigned to a professional who is paid to help them with things like shopping, with doctor and social service visits. Every 2 weeks, group home residents are taken to the grocery store. They're given advice on what to buy, what they'll be able to afford with the money the city allots them for food. Their goal is self-sufficiency, to do this on their own, to know what to buy, how to budget their money, how to pay the bill when it's totaled. Until then, even writing a check is a major undertaking when you're just learning to read and write and how to count. For Donna, who never made it through the first grade, forming a few letters and numbers can be agonizing.
6 0. Okay. Just because I'm slow, it don't hurt me, but I do feel embarrassed. And one day I hope I can learn how to read, write, and be smart.
Okay. All right, thank you.
We just gotta push, you know, keep on doing what we're doing, working, reading.
My little red storybook.
She ain't like she embarrassed her when she doesn't read that well, you know, and I try to correct that for her.
Ride, Tom, ride fast, ride, Bill.
No, Betty.
Betty, ride Betty.
Ricardo is at a third grade reading level.
And I told her, Donna, don't feel too bad about it. I mean, you know, it's nothing to be ashamed about. There's a lot of people who can't read or write, but you trying it when you're working at it, so you don't never put yourself down that you can't. Use the same word.
And
Tom. Right.
Tom. I always
You
come, Tom.
The thing that makes me the maddest is that people that puts down, people like me and Donna down who are slow, not give us the chance to really compete or try to use, you know, what we have learned, and they criticize it and make it look like it's no talent in there at all. It's a sideshow thing, and it ain't no sideshow.
With your elbows.
Ricardo turned the sideshow into gold medals in the Special Olympics. He was even named Athlete of the Year. Applause for his success in that competition helped him forget the hurt inflicted by the uncaring. That confidence carries over to Ricardo's job.
The job was the easiest thing. I started with 2 hours a day, now I work 6 hours a day. A job that some people were saying that I got in 1978. Said that I'd probably lose it in 1979. I'm still there. I've been there 7 years. The same job that got criticism from, I'm still there. And people are looking at it like, I don't believe it. You have a good day now.
Very good. Thank you.
All righty.
Finding the right job hasn't been so easy for Donna. Her first job after marrying Ricardo was as an aide on a bus for handicapped children. It seemed ideal. Donna brought a compassion and patience born of her own disability.
Mark.
But the hours were too few, the pay too low. For a new wife trying to help make ends meet, she had to give it up. So Donna entered a city-sponsored training program for housekeepers. She works 4 hours a day in a government building, hoping eventually to land a full-time position in a hospital. Like Ricardo, she's paid the minimum wage. But in the future, they'll need extra money, because as they become more independent of their government guardians, they stand to lose more and more of their government subsidies. But there's a special reason behind Donna and Ricardo's concern about making more money. They're planning for the future. And that future includes a baby.
We're talking about your baby.
Like any woman planning for pregnancy, Donna's been seeing her doctor. And beyond the normal concerns, she has another. The same fear that made 32 states ban marriage between the mentally disabled.
Will my baby come handicapped or mentally retarded or something, you know, something wrong with it if I wanted to get pregnant?
One of the things that we'd have to do if you got pregnant, after about 4 months, if you got pregnant, after about 4 months, we can draw some fluid and we can do some genetic studies. Basically, physically, you're in good shape.
After they get the results of that 4 months test called amniocentesis, they'll decide whether or not to continue her pregnancy. If the Thorntons do have a baby, they will face obstacles other parents do not. The parenting support group they attend challenged their decision to have a baby. They asked, how could Donna and Ricardo teach a child to handle real problems that they themselves didn't have to handle at Forest Haven, like racism?
Well, if somebody come up and ask me, why is you white and why is your child mixed and why is your husband real black, I say, well, maybe I like it. That's the way it is. And I tell them, hey, I'll tell them, I like the way I am.
And they also challenged each other.
How do you feel having a handicapped child?
Wouldn't hurt me. I mean,
Suppose our child go to school, right? And this other child was normal, okay? And this child will go to your son or your daughter and say, well, you handicapped, you retarded.
I would take that as telling my kid, you know, the next time someone comes you and tell you something like that, tell them to go mind a bit. I mean, don't pay no attention, really, because you ain't no better than what he is, and you're educating yourself just like him, and one day you might be even smarter than him. Just a lot of friends we know been asking, saying, is she pregnant yet?
And you don't want that pressure?
You don't want that kind
No, I don't want that pressure.
Well, tell me, is it because you want your independence, or is it because you're a little bit scared of having a baby? Or...
No, it's just because I want things right.
And what does that mean, right? What do you want right?
I want everything to come out smooth. I want enough money in the bank that, you know, I don't have to have people to, you know, always bring me things. And I want to buy my child the right thing.
Want to be your own boss.
Right. You know, I want to bring this child up the way we want to be.
I would like to present to Donna Selva Thornton, Ricardo Thornton, this award for demonstrating superior courage in overcoming their disabilities.
Thank you very much.
The Mayor's Award, a proud moment for anyone, perhaps means more to Donna and Ricardo Thornton, for it is recognition by the same society that once put them away. A recognition only dreamed of by a young girl on a Forest Haven playground.
That's so funny.
This is my swing.
And beyond the hopes of a handicapped boy.
Favorite program right here.
Happy memories here?
Yeah, I used to come down here and swing, and I used to look up the skies, and I used to talk to God and stuff like that.
What would you say to God?
I used to say, well, one of these days I hope I can make it, and when I get out, I hope I can get married. I hope I have the right job I want. And I hope a lot of people, more people can get out in this institution.
You know something? An awful lot of what you prayed for and hoped for on this swing has come true.
Yeah, that's why this is favorite swing. This is my favorite life. I always like swings, but this is my favorite. Yeah.